And what are we going to
That's
talk
correct.
about first today?
I think we're going to mention Justice League, The New Frontier, which just came out last week. Now, when I bought this for you, I was a little concerned looking at the box that the animation looked a little cheesy or very old school, I'd say. This looks like really old style drawings. Now, was it actually like that when we started watching it?
Nope.
No, it was not. It was good. You enjoyed the animation?
Yeah.
All right. So what's basically the story here? What's the gist of this?
In the beginning, they talk about all the characters. All of them.
They talk about them. They introduce us to them, right?
Yeah.
And they're not doing real well at that point, are they?
Nope.
The government's kind of thinking that they might be not good, up to something. And it's kind of back in the old McCarthy era, so it's good. It's well done. So anyway, go ahead. Tell us what happens.
Well, this Martian manhunter guy comes down from Mars. And
hence the Martian part, I guess.
Yeah, and I thought that he was bad at first because he was like he was just bad.
I didn't know his backstory, but I wasn't sure what he was up to either. He was green and had a big, long back head, right?
Yeah.
I guess you could wear like 4 hats if you're him or something like that, right?
Something like that.
So anyway, so what then we meet like Batman and Superman and Flash.
Spider-Man.
What was the story with the Flash?
Well, he was pretty cool. In the beginning, when we just started to meet him, his girlfriend was at this meeting writing about this guy, and then this villain came in and had this ray that turns you into ice. So he said, if you touch me, then 6 bombs will explode in the city. Either way, they'll explode. He hid them.
Did I leave the room during that part?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fascinating. I didn't know that part.
And so Flash ran around the world, found 5 of them. Then he was looking for 6 and he couldn't find it.
And then what happened?
He ran back and put all of them on a balloon, and just only the 5, and they flew up and blew up. And
flew up and blew up.
The guy.
Dr. Seuss. And they flew up and blew up.
The villain was standing there at the pond, and Flash was like, I figured out that there was no 6.
Ah, he's smart and fast.
Yep.
His brain like moves super fast. Is it like that?
Mm-hmm.
So he already had his thought and he's back again. All right, well, without getting into too fine of it, basically, so they all get united because why? They have to come together.
Because this giant flying island.
A flying island. It's a mysterious island, too. What does that sound like? A mysterious island. No, and it makes dinosaurs come flying out.
Well,
it's like a flying dinosaur
Not
island.
always, like monsters, dinosaurs, creatures.
Dinosaurs. It's a crazy, crazy, kooky island. And then they have to fight the island, which is called the center. The center
of the Earth.
So, what do we say? Are we recommending this?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Not, you wouldn't recommend it to people out there?
I would.
No, good superhero movie? Could have been a little longer. It seemed a little short.
Yeah, it was only like an hour, 30 minutes.
Not even, I don't think. Maybe
like 75.
Yeah, 75. Magic number.
Yep, that's 75.
Yeah, a little rushed. I wish it had been a little longer. They could have gone into a little more depth. But we got to meet a lot of cool characters. Now we know what the Martian Manhunter is all about. He was real cool.
Alright, one sec. I'm going to show you, and it is right there. 75 minutes.
Oh, I hope we picked that up. And hi, welcome back.
And hi.
Okay, I'm just going to talk about this briefly. Beowulf. Now, obviously, this is based on the poem that many of us had to lived through in high school, etc. The thing about this is, I bet this was really cool in 3D, but I didn't see it in 3D. I saw it on the TV in 2D, and I guess the 3D was probably great, but 2D not so good because these guys look like, the humans look like humans from Shrek to me. But in Shrek, apparently they tried to make them look less human because they didn't look so good with the cartoon characters like Shrek. So they tried to make the humans look less, just to make it balance out. They don't have that excuse with this. And they spent gazillions of dollars to do this. Now, I think maybe they could have just done the movie and used the special motion capture effects on the monsters. And then that might have been really cool. I might have been a little more invested besides the fact that... Yeah, well, Grendel and Grendel's mom, and there's a dragon. The dragon's pretty cool.
Grendel?
Grendel, that's, yeah. He's a mess. Too. I don't quite get... Grendel's like a skeleton covered in goop with a giant head and this bang, 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 bang thing in his ear. He has a super hearing. But it's like a festering sore.
What about Grendel's mom?
Grendel's mom's hot. That's Angelina Jolie, and she's basically naked. That part I didn't mind, but
I heard it.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Anyway, and they're fighting, but Beowulf himself is kind of a jerk, so I didn't really care about him. And they spent these billions of dollars. Oh, he doesn't really look like the actor Ray Winstone. Huh? So I guess that's why they went to all the trouble, because Ray Winstone's kind of pudgy. Huh? To make him... you should have spent the money, I guess, because he doesn't look that way. I couldn't get over the fact that the people didn't look real, and they had those lifeless eyes that just, I don't know. Shrek. Anyway, so I'm not really giving that a big recommendation, unless you can see it in 3D, I guess. That brings us to the lost portion of our show.